Hello, good afternoon. This is just a little video project I wanted to start working on for myself. Personally, I have a lot of trouble sleeping sometimes at night, and one of my favorite things to do is put on a very quiet YouTube video in the background and just kind of doze off to that. So, this is to anybody who's interested in something like that. Basically, I'm just going to read whatever I find interest in at the time, any articles. I mean, I'll probably experiment with the way I do it in the future, but for now, I'm just gonna do it the way I envisioned for myself. And yeah, so I hope if you're listening to this, you enjoy. And we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So the first article I picked here is "Mystery to Me" by Fleetwood Mac. It's an album that I enjoy by them, and I just thought I would read it top to bottom and see how that goes. Let's see. For the Roy Orbison song, See She's a Mystery to Me. If you were looking for a different song, they have that at the top. So, Mystery to Me is the eighth studio album by British American rock band Fleetwood Mac, released on 15th of October in 1973. This was their last album to feature Bob Weston. Most of the songs were penned by guitarist, singer Bob Welch and keyboardist, singer Christine McVie, who were instrumental in steering the band towards the radio-friendly pop rock that would make them successful a few years later. Mystery to Me sold well, peaking at number 67 on the US Billboard 200 chart, dated 22nd December 1973. Despite not being a hit single, the song "Hypnotized" became an American FM radio staple for many years. In the wake of the Buckingham/Nicks-led lineup success a few years later, the album returned on the US Billboard 200 chart dated 6th of September 1975. It was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America, the RIAA, on the 9th of November in 1976. So we're just going to start reading the background now. Mystery to Me was Fleetwood Mac's last album recorded in England, the last to have two guitarists in the lineup until Behind the Mask, and the last to be co-produced and or engineered by Martin Birch. As with the preceding Penguin, the group recorded the album at Benefold, their communal house in Hampshire, with the Rolling Stones mobile studio. Dave Walker was asked to leave during the sessions and did not feature in any capacity on the final release. The album's name comes from a line in the chorus of Emerald Eyes. Hypnotized was a minor US radio hit. Forever is one of only two Fleetwood Mac tracks to feature Bob Weston as a composer, and one of only a small handful to feature John McVie in this capacity. Keep Going On was written by Bob Welch, but sung by Christine McVie, because Welch decided her voice was better suited to the song than his. This was one of very few occasions when a member of Fleetwood Mac composed a song which was sung by another member. For Your Love was originally recorded by the Yardbirds, and Fleetwood Mac's cover version replaced a Bob Welch song, Good Things Come to Those Who Wait, on the album at a very late stage in production. Some albums came with a lyric inner sheet and outer sleeve still showing Good Things instead of For Your Love, the latter which was also released as a single. Although Fleetwood Mac's version of Good Things would not see release until 2020, it was later re-recorded by Welch with different lyrics and released as Don't Wait Too Long on his solo album Three Hearts. During the band's 1973 American tour, they appeared on the Midnight Special, but during the venture, it became clear that Bob Weston was having an affair with Mick Fleetwood's wife Jenny. Although Fleetwood tried to carry on playing with Weston, regardless of the extramarital issues, it soon became clear that something had to give, and after a gig in Lincoln, Nebraska, Fleetwood told the McVies and Welch that he could no longer play with Weston in the lineup. John Courage, the band's road manager, fired Weston and put him on a plane back to the UK. With the tour cut short, The band also went back to England to break the news to their manager, Clifford Davis, who was so angry that he sent another group of musicians on the road as Fleetwood Mac, claiming that he owned the name. Commercial performance. Mystery to Me debuted at number 156 on the US Billboard Top LPs chart dated 17th of November 1973. The album reached its peak at number 67 on the chart dated 22nd of December 1973, after being on the chart for 6 weeks. The album ultimately spent a total of 26 weeks on the chart. On the 9th of November in 1976, the album was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America, or RIAA, for sales of over 500,000 copies in the United States. Track listing. For number 1, we have Emerald Eyes. For number 2, we have Believe Me. Number 3, we have Crazy Love. Just Crazy Love, excuse me. For number 4, we have Hypnotized. For number 5, we have Forever. For number 6, we have Keep On Going. And then on side 2 for number 1, we have The City. For number 2, we have Miles Away. For number 3, we have Somebody. For number 4, we have The Way I Feel. For number 5, we have For Your Love. And for number 6, we have Why. On the 2020 remaster, we have 2 bonus tracks. We have For Your Love, the mono promo edit, and Good Things Come to Those Who Wait as number 14. And then we have all of the personnel involved in this album. We have Bob Welch as electric guitar, acoustic guitar, bass guitar on Keep On Going, lead and backing vocals. We have Bob Weston on electric guitar, slide guitar, acoustic guitar, and backing vocals. We have Christine McVie on keyboards and lead and backing vocals. We have John McVie on bass guitar. And we have Mick Fleetwood on drums and percussion. Additional personnel we have here. We have Richard Hewson for string arrangements. And then for production, we have Fleetwood Mac as the production. Martin Birch was a part of production, as well as the engineer. Desmond Mahakadunmi as assistant engineer. Paul Hardiman as assistant engineer. Clive Aerosmith in photography. Thomas Eccles, a Liverpool art student for cover design and unpaid. He was unpaid for this. That's interesting. I really love this cover. And it was mixed at Vision Studios in London. And we have the charts for Canada's top albums and CDs. Their peak position was 82 on the chart. And for US Billboard 200, they peaked at 67 in 2023. For Hungarian physical albums, their peak position was 18. And the certification we talked about earlier from the RIAA is a gold certification for 500,000 plus units sold. Then there's just a list of all the references here. We have a list of all of Fleetwood Mac as a band's studio albums, live albums, compilation albums, extended plays and singles, and their other songs, as well as concert tours and some related articles at the bottom here. And that's it. That's the end of me reading the Wikipedia article for Mystery to Me, an album by Fleetwood Mac. I really like this album's cover, and I enjoyed the songs in it. I didn't know that Hypnotized was as popular as it was, but that makes perfect sense because that's my favorite song on the album, anyways. Also, this information about who was it here? Also, this information about Bob West in here, and the affair. That's completely new information to me, and that's pretty shocking stuff. I was wondering, for the people. I was wondering for the people that weren't in the band anymore. I was like, oh, why are they not in the band anymore? But that kind of answers my question for one of them. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, my intentions are to release videos similar to this. Hopefully once a week. Probably once a week if I can motivate myself to do it. I hope. What's something else I could say? If you have any recommendations for articles or things you would like me to read on Wikipedia, I'm completely open to it. Also, if you had any recommendations for some background noise, I assumed it would be better just for me to do vocals as opposed to putting, like, let's say, white noise or something in the background. Some people dislike that, so I just thought I would make this for a more general audience than specifying the white noise, I guess. But personally, I don't really like white noise very much, which is why I prefer the talking, which is why I'm doing this. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and good night.